Welcome to Creativity Nuggets. And since we're hot off the release of the Geets Brothers Impetus of, last time I mentioned it, I'll be doing a further exploration into music production, this time with a captive audience, and cameras recording me every step of the way. Music production. It's definitely one of the finer arts, to be sure. It's a rigid one, though. There's only so much you can experiment with a track before it becomes, frankly, unlistenable. I'm going to try not to worry about that so much here with this project. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, music theory be left at the door. I mean, time signatures, 3/4, that's a fraction. And math is a bore. Let's get into some action. Play me out. Ooh. So, what are my parameters here? I'm going to be totally transparent with everyone and say, I don't know. For this project specifically, I purposefully didn't make any. I do know that instead of actually sequencing the music note by note like I did in the past, I'll be playing impromptu with actual physical instruments, a big departure from what I'm used to, but I have confidence in myself. Here's what I got. 2 keyboards, a guitar, and a harmonica. The ultimate goal and the reason why I'm doing this is a little meta, so bear with me. I need some background music for Creativity Nuggets. Now, it is perfectly acceptable when making a series like this to use the plethora of royalty-free audio that YouTube provides, or royalty-free audio from anywhere else on the net. I openly admit this, but I guess I'm stubborn like that, and here I am. Whatever, it's for fun as well. I think that's enough rambling for now, so let's get to the footage. For my setup, this is what I have. And I'm definitely all wired up here. I mean, look. Blank Audacity window open, just waiting to record. Headphones to listen. Microphone to record out of that little speaker. From the instrument of choice, it's definitely a loadout. But all you need is basically the cheap microphone, cheap headset. These together were probably $100, so I won't say cheap, but I mean, the cheapest you can get if you're saying, oh yeah, I'm a professional, and this is what I got. You won't be entirely laughed at. I mean, I know I wouldn't want to be laughed at. That's the last thing I'd want. Okay. Moment of truth. I'm gonna get started. I do have something's prepared. Okay, so here we are in Audacity, recording so many things at the same time. But the first thing I'm gonna do is generate a rhythm track, and that's gonna clue my brain into what I'm actually playing. That seems fine. Seems fine. I mean, I'm not pushy about these things. I'm ready to just get it done. I'm not a thinker. You'll find I'm a doer. So I've got my microphone set as the snowball. What I'm listening through is my headset. That is this. Yeah. Okay. That's clipping. I'm gonna have to turn this down. Does that even help? Don't know what they do. Don't know what the knobs and dials do. What did I say at the beginning? You don't need to be a genius. You're only using your 2 fingers. Nothing special. I have a melody already thought out for this that I'm gonna record. And I'm officially gonna record. And it's still going, but I got that one piece, and it's good. Okay, enough mucking about here. Let's get down to brass tacks. The whole amount of technique I'm using is just finding where the portion I want to loop starts, finding where it ends, pinpointing it, isolating it, and just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. With that, you have what I'll call the through line, and then you record over that with some stuff you like, record over it again, and record over it again until you're content, and really that's it. The best part about it is, our very smart, human intelligence level ears will simply ignore all the bad parts when doing this method, and only pick up the good. Everything that doesn't line up, out the window. Everything that lines up, keys in on it. Or, I don't know, it could be the other way around. I forget, I read this somewhere years ago. It's not like there's music theory allowed in this project anyways. And that's a wrap for the first session. Let's give it a listen, shall we? I get what this track is saying. Yeah. Next time I give this a try is more of the same. And look, it's not rocket science here, but the end-all be-all of this whole method is getting your timing right. In theory, you're gonna have to play exactly to the beat of that metronome, from the beginning to the end of the bar that you want to loop. You need to do this as well as clipping it perfectly. Anything else just ends up sounding half-baked, and this is where I unfortunately miss it. Don't overthink it. That's a good step. Don't overthink it. Because if you overthink it, it's most likely going to be horrible. No! Oh my god. I act hastily and don't cut the clip right in the interest of time and digital storage. And now I'm all despondent. Well, if I can't do what I set out to do, I'm gonna feel a little down. It's just natural. Well, anyways, here is the fruits of that night's work. Let's listen. Been a bit of a gap in between these recording sessions, and I tried to make it work, but I just lost that all important confidence in myself. I mean, I have ears. I heard what I was making, and wasn't too happy about it. So realistically, I have no plan. I purposefully made this episode with no plan in mind, so what's the logical next step? Blank out. I freaking blanked out, and now I gotta come up with some stuff. Here's a new angle. You can't get more background music than a drum track. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. Like, I have this set. I know how to play drums. I have this set. After a bit of time away from the project, I did some re-evaluating and decided for this night I'd try recording the drums first instead of last, on a real drum kit this time. Believe it or not, I have some experience with the drums. I mean, I have a drum kit, but this is still nowhere near professional level. A while ago, I read this little book I practiced for about a week to get me to this point, so you be the judge of my real skill. But anyways, I was a bit apprehensive to even do this, since at the time when I was recording it was like 11 at night. I didn't want to wake the neighbors. I usually record these pretty late, but playing the drums, no. Apparently they were cool with it. No cops were called, so hey. When it came time to move back to Audacity, I tried messing around with the effects in the program a bit more, mainly the pitch shift and reverb, to give my recording a bit more spice. These I'm actually more pleased with, and I guess it just had to do with my attitude, all things considered. This is when I was more laid back. I think with this I'm just going to play it safe. If you know the song Robot Rock, I'm going to do that. I wasn't dead set on getting things absolutely right, and was more just doing it for the fun of it. And I think the results speak for themselves. Have a listen. When that was done, that's where I chose to wrap it up. Yeah, no service bell this time, I'm sorry. Choosing not to have a structure kinda came back to bite me, didn't it? I guess with that it's a sorta you get back what you put in kinda deal. I knew that throughout the course of this show, not every project was gonna go my way, but I didn't expect my first blunder to happen as soon as episode 3.
And look, my creative slump in this situation is definitely not for lack of trying. I even attempted to make my own musical instrument. It may or may not act completely how you think it does. This isn't an example of me just gluing pipe cleaners and things to a plastic tube. I was actually trying to be smart with this. I was trying to be smart, but it didn't work. Gonna have to try a little harder. No pats on the back for this one, no. Really have nothing else to say other than that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm sure voiceover me will come in with some better damage control.
Ultimately, what am I gonna do with this? All these recordings that I made of me screwing around on keyboards and stuff I clearly don't know how to play? Well, obviously, I'll compile them all together and release them at some point. Not now, not a day after this is posted, but eventually. I know you're all just clamoring to listen to this stuff uncut, but be patient. I know this isn't the best I can do, but I still had some fun doing it at the end, so as far as I'm concerned, I haven't lost touch yet. And with that, thank you for watching.